Hey guys, it's Tim coming at you with a brand new episode of The Spotlight, the show where I pose an interesting question or just a general interesting idea and then have you guys take it from there in the comments. With as many films as are made nowadays, there are many things about the production that can leave people feeling wary of where the film's going to go. But to me, nothing makes me feel more skeptical about something than when certain phrases are used by filmmakers in order to sort of take tension off of how people view their movies. What I mean by this are phrases that you see thrown around all the time in press junkets and interviews, or any other place that the filmmakers may speak, like, I made this for a mature audience, or I made this for blank demographic, like teenage boys, or I'm trying to go in a new direction, or I wanted to make a darker film, or even it was just a flick, it's not supposed to be taken that seriously. All of these seemingly innocuous phrases that can basically give you the general impression of what film you're going to get, even more so than a full written review will. Now let's be fair here, it is really hard to make it in Hollywood or any other place in the entertainment industry, so a lot of directors will end up having to take what they can get, and a lot of studios will pawn off these projects, usually adaptations of things that don't have a lot behind them at the time, but can market off of nostalgia or name value or the like. And this can lead to directors being essentially stuck on projects that they would have no interest in and may even dislike the source material of, just to get their name out there and to make their mark in the entertainment industry. And not just directors, also writers and actors can also find themselves in these positions just to get by. And while I can sympathize with how hard it is to make your mark, a lot of times these filmmakers will act like they're better than the source material, with the mindset of, well, I hate this thing, so it sucks, I'm so much better than this, I should do my own thing with it, and go in my complete own direction because the fan base that it has before was dumb. I'm going to get a better fan base. I'm going to be the person who saved this. And going in your own direction, in and of itself, not a bad thing. But when working on something, especially an adaptation, a lot of filmmakers will forget the fact that the only reason that they're able to work on the project is because it already had a fan base that made it popular enough that the studio was willing to make this film. But regardless of that, and that's where these phrases really start to crop up. They're essentially excuses that filmmakers use in order to take pressure off of any criticism given to them throughout the course of them making the film or even after it's released. These phrases are preemptive or even reactive damage control. A way of basically saying, well, it's supposed to be different, so your criticism is invalid. And you really get to see the intentions behind these phrases after the film is released and it doesn't do so well, whether it be financially or critically. Like how Michael Bay responded to his critics by basically throwing up his hands and saying, well, I make movies for teenage boys, so why are you taking them so seriously? Which, let's face it, isn't an untrue statement, but the fact that he needed to specify that specifically pretty much is him accepting that the movie is bad and he's basically just pandering. And you can also get cases where what is said before the movie comes out drastically is different than what's said after the movie comes out, after it doesn't do well. Like saying before the movie that this is going to revolutionize and change the way that we view this particular genre, then it doesn't do well and you say, hey, it was just supposed to be a fun time at the movies, right guys? That's what we meant at the beginning. So, I'm always on the lookout for phrases like this, but what do you guys think? Do you get the same vibe off of these phrases that I do? Have you noticed this? Do you think I'm blowing this out of proportion? What do these phrases make you think of filmmakers in general? Well, let us know in the comments, and until next time, this has been Tim from the Hybrid Network, signing out.